my fellow Africans. It is heartbreaking. It is with heavy hidden tears that I'm standing in front of you because of what has happened last time or 2 times.
I said it and you heard xenophobia in South Africa. We reject violence against Africans in South Africa. From Oslo, sing it loud and clear. No to violence. No to violence. Shame to South Africa. Shame to South Africa. On to Zuma in Johannesburg. From Oslo, sing it loud and clear. No to violence. No to violence. Shame to South Africa. Shame to South Africa. On to Zuma. Xenophobia in South Africa. Africa unite against violence in South Africa. Violence against Africans, whether in Libya, whether in Nigeria, whether in South Africa. Today, from Oslo, we Africans reject violence against Christians, against Islam, from India to Johannesburg. Say no to violence in South Africa. No in Tripoli against life. Today me have your ears, please. Let me have your ears, please. Because we feel aggrieved, we reject all forms of violence against Africans in South Africa. By your presence, you show your solidarity. By your presence here today, having given up all your chores to come here, you show your solidarity to all those who never had a chance in South Africa. You show your solidarity for all those whose life was tragically taken by one of the most violent groups in the world in Libya. You show your solidarity to our boys and girls, students, whose life was cut short by rampaging terrorists in Kenya. You show your solidarity to the girls, students taken from their school dormitories by some violent groups in Nigeria. You show your solidarity to that Zimbabwean boy who fought for his life, but who could not resist a knife-wielding South African. You show your solidarity to all Africans who have been victims of violence, whether from black Africans or from all forms of schisms and neocolonialism. You are united as Africans from all the four corners, from the north to the south, from the east to the west, to say no to xenophobia, to reject all forms of violence against black people in South Africa. We Africans have survived all forms of violence, from slavery to colonialism, to dictators, to terrorist groups, and we will not surrender to violence on the streets of South Africa. By coming here today, it's a testimony of that rejection and denunciation of violence. Thank you, and stay united as Africans wherever you are. Africa. Stop killing of Christians in Libya. Stop kidnapping of students in Nigeria. Stop killing of students in Kenya. We Africans say today loud and clear from Oslo. Stand against xenophobia in South Africa. We are united. We are strong. We are powerful. We are indomitable. We reject. We accuse the South African government of violence against Africans. We reject violence against Ethiopian Christians. We reject violence against Somalians. We reject violence against Nigerians. We reject violence against Nigerians. Against xenophobia in South Africa. We reject violence against Africans in South Africa. We
African lions! African lions! We never be defeated! We Africans stand together against terrorist organizations! No to xenophobia in South Africa! No organization, Western government, where are you? Western part, where are you? EU, where are you? United Nations, where are you? United Nations, where are you? Shame on you! Zulu King! Shame on you! South Africa! Shame on you! We defeated apartheid together! We Africans stand together! We Africans stand together! Against xenophobia! We will defeat you!
We have done from the beginning to this place, we have rejected all forms of violence against Africans across the continent. Now, we are going to invite some prominent guest speakers who are going to tell us why we are here today. We are going to begin with Mr. Mohammed Shazib from the Norwegian Center Against Racism. So cheer him up, please. Cheer him up, please.
Tusen takk for invitasjonen. Jeg skal prøve å holde meg veldig kort. Det er en glede og stor ære å få lov til å komme hit sammen med dere. Det er en beklagelig anledning som gjør at vi er her. Det er flott å se så mange forskjellige mennesker komme sammen for å fordømme hat, ekstremisme, fremmedfrykt og rasisme. Det som er litt beklagelig, er at resten av samfunnet, resten av oss andre, i så veldig liten grad er til stede. Fordi kampen mot rasisme, kampen mot fremmedfrykt, kampen mot hat er den samme. Det er den samme kampen som vi i dag kjemper i forhold til voldelighetene i Sør-Afrika, som er kampen mot de fryktelige hendelsene i Libya, som er kampen mot det som skjer i Somalia, og også den samme kampen som skjer mot fremmedfrykt og rasisme i Norge. Vi vet at hat, fremmedfrykt, rasisme har tatt liv også i dette landet. I 2001 ble Benjamin Hermansen drept fordi han var en svart gutt på feil tid til feil sted. Vi vet at det samme skjer i Sør-Afrika i dag. Vi vet at mennesker blir angrepet med de samme begrunnelsene. Det er så gjenkjennelig. Afrikanske ledere på feil side i Sør-Afrika har gått ut og sagt de samme tingene som rasister her i landet også har brukt. At det er folk som kommer, som tar over jobbene våre, som ødelegger for oss, som er dårligere på alle måter. Det er så gjenkjennelig. Og derfor er det så viktig at vi står sammen i denne kampen. Derfor er det så viktig at vi inviterer så mange som mulig inn på dette. Og derfor er det også så viktig at dere er her i dag, at vi er del av noe større, at vi er del av en kamp som foregår ikke bare her, ikke bare nå, men så mange steder, fra Oslo til Durban. Og derfor så er det veldig viktig at vi også jobber mot de som prøver å skille oss. Disse menneskene som for eksempel begår drapene i Libya, gjør det ikke bare på måfå. De ønsker å så splittelse. De ønsker å skape skiller. Derfor er det veldig viktig at vi ikke lar dem lykkes. Det er veldig viktig at vi står sammen. Det er veldig viktig at vi sier nei og fordømmer ekstremisme. At vi tar avstand fra fremmedfrykt, og at vi sier nei til hatet. Tusen takk.
And we are going to invite Mr. Ayalo.
The events in the last few weeks in South Africa and the mass execution of Ethiopian and Christian brothers and sisters in Libya is very brutal, and we all show our sympathy to our brothers and sisters who passed away in the Kenyan university students and in South Africa. In our opinion, this is the saddest of all what happened to Africa. All the rest of African problems are challenges that we could simply face when we unite as a nation. But how can we face them when we are killing each other for just being Africans from another room of the same household? Many have been killed and attacked by their own fellow citizens of Africa. Above all, migrants seeking better lives within their own continent of Africa. What could be a huge embarrassment for the struggle for Pan-Africanism? What could be a huge embarrassment for our hero, for Nelson Mandela? My dear fellow brothers and sisters who are together in today, our South African lesson in history. History shows that at some point in their history of South African brothers and sisters also left their homes of country and lived in other countries of the continent. Their African brothers have supported and trained the leadership of the liberation movement. We know all these are facts. We black people do not yield. Their African brothers have supported and trained the leadership of the liberation movement as well. The forces of slavery that visited our race, kidnapped and transported them to the distant shores to toil the plantations, did not damage to exterminate us, and we did not yield to this treachery. The method of transportation to distant shores, however, glaring spurred our people to resistance, even when we know their fate. Fellow Africans, even in the high-profile black athletes is not spared from attacks. The black refugee dies every day during deportation. South Africans must understand that if we did not yield to slavery, colonialism, neo-colonialism, a puppet dictators in the continent, racism in all forms and shapes, then we will not yield to numbshell, machete, and knives-wielding paid assassins who owe there to our sacrifice and steadfastness. Yes, today I can say that South Africa is like to put more pressure on the government of South Africa and the African National Congress to stand out bold and to deal with xenophobic attacks and terrorism directed to Africans. Every one of us here is responsible to promote social cohesion and peaceful coexistence in the very means available to us. Visions of our forefathers to see a united Africa shall come true. God bless Africa. Thank you very much.
We want to thank Mr. Ayalo for that very inspiring and powerful speech. We have one last gentleman. He's a man of wisdom. If you see him, you know he's lived through many tragedies. And if he's here today, it means we will be here for a very long time too. I'm going to call on Mr. Daniel Gamtesa of the Oromo community to tell us how he survived and how we as Africans can survive. Welcome.
My fellow Africans, it is heartbreaking. It is with heavy hidden tears that I'm standing in front of you because of what has happened last time or through times. Now, I'm not nicely prepared to give some speech, but I would like to make an appeal to the Royal Norwegian Parliament. So I will turn against the Parliament. Royal Norwegian Parliament. We know that you know And I'm definitely sure you know also that we know. There are a lot of terrorist organizations today. But the very problem is we are facing terrorist state on the Horn of Africa. You are giving millions of kroner every year to support this terrorist regime, illegitimate regime, in fact. Emboldened with all the helps that European Union, United States, and Norway gives, this regime kills, terrorizes, imprisons the inhabitants living in Ethiopia. Those girls and boys who manage to run their country, to run away from their country, are being died, killed, imprisoned in different countries. Recently, a very big crisis happened in Saudi Arabia, in Yemen, lately in South Africa. Human beings, both Nigerians, Ugandans, Somalis, Eritreans, Ethiopians were suffering, and some of them were killed because they couldn't live in their own country in peace. And now lately, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, human beings from Ethiopia were being butchered in Libya by Libyan terrorists. Now, if you sit down and think, your support to the empire state, to the colonial, to the empire state, to the regime illegitimate in Ethiopia is killing both Oromos, Amharas, Somalis, and Gambelas, many other ethnic groupings. Please, mothers are crying, the mother of these children. Fathers are crying, children are crying, human beings are being butchered. Stop supporting fascist regime in Ethiopia and condemning all the killings happened, done against refugees from Ethiopia. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We did
Africa,